What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cool Crypto Show, where we talk about all your favorite cryptos out there. Remember, it's not just crypto, it's cool crypto. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Saitama Inu. I haven't dropped a Saitama Inu video in quite some time. Obviously, you guys know, for whatever reason, I kind of mentioned it on my live chat a couple days back. I will make sure to link it at the end of this video. That way you guys can catch some of the things that I said. And overall, during the live stream that Ryan Patrick did with the DGen wraparound, I also kind of gave you guys my 2 cents on that. Not funding the project, guys. I don't fund the project because I hold the bag within Saitama Inu. I give you my perspective as an investor, what is happening with the project. And you know what? I gotta agree. If you guys have not had the opportunity to listen to the live space that happened, I want to say 3 days ago, definitely check it out, because I believe the part that was educational about this was when Awesome Austin, when Ryan Patrick, DTC, and Classic Crypto, I believe, everybody kind of stepped in and kind of just told Russ what needed to be said, or what investors were thinking for such a long time. Of course, a lot of people were always afraid to kind of talk about this during the spaces because, one, Saitama Guru always picked the same people to bring up to the spaces to kind of talk for the community. But in reality, there was a lot of people that had real solid questions. They were just never picked on. He says he randomly picks people, but it's always just the same ones. Whatever. They talked about that. I'm not going to bore you guys to death with that anymore. But if you have 3 hours to kill, which I didn't, I just did it on the background, listen to it. Get to the part where they start bringing in Ryan Patrick, Awesome Austin, Classic Crypto, and DTC, because wow, I want to say the last 45 minutes when DTC jumped in, man, that was brutal. So I just think overall it speaks what the community has kind of been dealing with for the past 6-7 months, that some of these people took the reins and said they're leaders of the wolf pack, but at the end of the day, we're here, right? So anyways, we'll start off with the price. As you guys can see, Saitama is currently at trading at a 3648, so we have gained that zero since we last spoken, and we are currently still on a downtrend. Now, yesterday there was a little bit of a momentum that was built up, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain why, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get into that, I do want to let you guys know that this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Invest at your own risk and always do your own research. So at the current moment, we are currently at 365,056 holders. How many holders are currently active or are utilizing the SaitaMask app? We are soon to see those numbers. So that's one of the things that was also clarified during the educational space that happened a couple days ago. DTC made a valid point. You know, well, if you're providing this data, it kind of promotes transparency within your project, regardless of what your stand on it is. You want to make sure that you give as much information to the investor as you can to give new investors light of how many people are utilizing the application. Is it successful? I think overall those numbers would kind of help. So I currently agree with that. But yeah, so that's where we're at the current moment. If you guys can see, the past 120 days, we've been on a tremendous downturn, which has been really, really bad. But we kind of saw a little bit of light here for just a moment. So the reason why this is happening is because, yes, it's official. They're migrating into a V2, and this is one of the things that was also addressed. Like, for example, DTC made this very, very clear. And man, I gotta praise it. If I didn't say his name right, drop it down in the comment section. But he said, if you guys knew that the liquidity was supposed to be unlocked since a year ago, that you were gonna come here, and you have 20 days and you're still telling your investors that you don't have a plan that is still 20 days out, what the hell are you doing? Like, dude, for me, like, I've been thinking about that shit for such a long time. And for somebody to actually have the opportunity to say it to him, because I've tweeted this out, but for somebody to have the opportunity to kind of say it to him and kind of just, bah, I was like, yes, finally, man. But obviously you guys know. So it's happening. So, hey, Saitama, we just announced Saitama version 2. Check out our AMA video here for details on the transition plan, a form for your questions and needs here. Download PDF. Now, here's where I think they're getting ahead of themselves again, and they need to cut this shit out. So, Saitama V2, plan for smooth migration and upgrade contract just announced by our devs. Then we have known reasons why the new Saitama token will make the project stronger and more sustainable. We have added security. We have fit to face the future, sustainable business, CX friendly, hotter burn, meme no more. So those are some of the reasons why the dev team believes that Saitama will reign once again. For full support for holders, Saitama holders will not lose tokens or value, and they don't have to do anything because migration will be automatic and free of charge. How do they plan to do this? I got to tune into this AMA. I didn't have the opportunity to do so. I definitely want to hear more about this. Usually when somebody does a V2, obviously, you know, I've done a couple. If ETH fan token, Volt Inu. So those migrations, obviously, you have to kind of, you know, pay whatever gas fees through, whether it's through BNB or ETH, in order to migrate your tokens over to the new contract. With the ETH fan token, I had an amazing experience, but I mean, who knows where that project is now? Haven't heard much from them on Twitter or anything. I don't have them blocked or anything, but I only paid about 2 BNB, not 2 BNB, sorry, 0.002 BNB, so it was no more than $2 at the time. But plus, we have announced initiatives to support you before, during, and after the migration process. So for some people who are kind of new investors, the support is there. Hopefully you're able to get helped. New tokenomics for V2 with 5% tax. A 1.25% burn will be implemented for buys and sells, I hope. Project funding 1.75%. I'm assuming that that's their marketing wallet. Distribution 1%, and liquidity 1%. Now, where did I see this? So on one of these posts, I saw that they're going to be having daily AMAs. That's where they're kind of going to be shooting themselves in the foot. What are we really going to get out of these daily AMAs? I'm kind of like on the fence to see what's going to happen. But let's see. Overall, I mean, I'm going to personally be giving them a second opportunity to kind of take my investment in the proper direction, which is what I've been hoping for the past fucking 6 months. So let's see, because ultimately it is a great project. They have a lot of great things going, but in reality, I'll give you guys a huge example. And stay with me here. So obviously we know the liquidity was soon to be unlocked, and we have a lot of things that were happening with the token itself, all the drama that was happening, whatever. Instead, we decided to throw out a poll asking whether we should be renaming SataMask Pro or Sata Pro. What the fuck? Let's address the important issues first, just for future references. Manny the Hitman, come on, man. Instead, we should be talking about shit that's within the project. And I get it, this is within the project, but let's talk about things that are important and things that are going to get us there. The name, we can figure that shit out later, have a community vote once everything is solid and up the ground and working. Don't take this as FUD. If you do, whatever. I'm tired of saying don't take it as FUD. I'm not fudding my own bag. I'm saying what should be done and what's on the mind of a lot of investors at the current moment. But let's see what happens. So we have the next couple days to see how the V2 is going to be announced. Or I'm sorry, how the V2 is going to work and how successful the migration is going to be. I'm actually kind of excited just to see how many active wallets there is, how many people will be migrating over to the new contract. But let's see. It's only a matter of time before we find out whether the project is going to survive or not. I have high hopes. I mean, they build a strong foundation. They have a solid project. It just depends on where they want to take it. So ball's in their court. The investors want you guys to succeed. It's all up to you guys now. Other than that, everybody out there, stay cool. That's it for this video.